A decoy got to be an actor. You see what I'm saying? The decoy has to be an actor. The decoy have to show the dog, you can defeat me. Oh, you know, the dog bite you. Oh, like. I remember, like, when I was coming up, what really inspired me the most, what my mentor impressed on me is the most is that, son, you build the dog. Like, you create what the dog is gonna be. You know, like, your job as a decoy is to build the dog. You know, you create what that dog is gonna be as an adult, how strong that dog is gonna be as an adult, right? As a decoy, you showing the dog different things like pressure and stuff like that, but you also have to let the dog know that he can get through that or he can win, you know, and that's very important. And that's kind of what like inspired me is like, yo, I really, you know, determine what this dog is gonna be, you know, how strong this dog can be, you know, despite, of course, genetics come first, like that comes first. That goes without saying. Like, the dog had to have the genetics, but on top of that, the dog has to be worked correctly. You know, a decoy has to really know what he's doing to create the dog. A trainer has to really know what he's doing to create a strong dog. These days, you know, it's different, man. Like, you look at these dog sports and stuff like that, and it's become like more of a show. And it's crazy. And what I mean by that is, nowadays, you know, everybody doing stuff for the gram or doing stuff for shock value or attention or whatever. You got decoys working 8-week-old puppies on a bite suit. Like, that's ridiculous. You got decoys, they rolling all on the dog, laying on the dog, picking up the dog and slamming the dog on the wall, hanging the dog upside down and all kind of crazy stuff, right? Like, it's nuts. It's like, because the thing about it is, that's not a realistic picture. You know what I'm saying? I understand, yeah, you want to see what the dog can go through and you trying to really test the dog, but let me tell you what's gonna happen. If a dog really bites you, the first thing you're gonna do is holler. And you're gonna hold that dog where he at to keep him from pushing in and rebiting and biting you deeper. So all this stuff, you ain't gonna be picking the dog up and running and slamming him to the wall and laying on him and all that. Like, all that shit is not realistic. That it's stupid. And that's what, you know, that's what the sport look like to me these days. You know, because that's just not real. These decoys, man, like they feel like, you know, they can get the better of the dog, or they can, oh, I can run your dog, or I'm stronger than your dog, or I can put pressure on your dog and curl your dog out. I hope so. You wearing a bite suit. You know what I mean? Like, you got on a suit of armor. That's like you fighting my dog, Jamal Charlo, you know, one of the best boxers in the world right now. You fighting my guy, Jamal Charlo, and you got on a whole suit of armor, and Jamal Charlo just got on some gloves. And you say, oh, I gave Jamal Charlo a good fight, or I beat Jamal Charlo. Yeah, you had on a suit of armor. How could that possibly be impressive? Like, you had on a suit of armor, so you going up against the dog is in his raw form. You wearing a whole suit of armor. So how is it impressive that you can run or cur a dog out? I tell you right now, it's not a dog in the world that I can't cur out with a bite suit on. You tell me, oh, by any means, run my dog. By any means, and I go on a bite suit, your dog don't have a chance. I will cur your dog out, period. I don't care who you are, who your dog is. But that's not impressive. I got on a bite suit. Your dog can't hurt me. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not impressive to me. So me laying on the dog, picking the dog up, slamming him against the wall, twirling your dog around, hanging him upside down, That shit is stupid. Because if you ain't got on a bite suit, a dog will fuck you up. Period. Period. So if you want to impress me, do all that without a bite suit on. Run a dog without a bite suit on. What's important to me to really test the dog is the dog coming in, the entry, the pursuit. Now, if you can run a dog off the pursuit, if you can keep a dog from engaging, that opens my eyes to say what that dog is more than the dog biting you and then you grabbing the dog by the nuts and he letting go. So you mean to tell me you in a bite suit, the dog biting you and you grab him by the nuts and he let go, he's a cur? That's ridiculous. That's stupid. Like, if you can run a dog off the bite from the beginning, I can see, okay, this dog might be weak. But if a dog is engaged with you and he's biting you and you put a dog in an uncomfortable situation and he happened to let go, but he still comes back and pursue you, that doesn't show me a weak dog. That don't show me a dog that is not as strong as the next dog just because you laid on him and he let go, but you got off and he bit you again. Like, that doesn't show me a weak dog. So like all this sports stuff and all this theatrical shit is really comical to me. If you want to impress me, take off your suit and then run the dog. Run the dog with your suit off. Show me you in your real natural state, like really testing a dog without your armor on. Show me that. Show me you beating Jamal Charlo with you just got on gloves and he just got on gloves. Beat Jamal Charlo that way and then I'll be impressed, right? Face a dog without no suit on and run him and then I'll be impressed. But other than that, your job as a decoy is to build the dog. You're supposed to show the dog a way to win. That's how you make the dog strong. You're supposed to show the dog a way to win. You're supposed to build the dog to believe he's invincible. You're not supposed to be trying to cur the dog, because naturally, if you have on a suit, it's not no dog you shouldn't be able to cur. Like, you should be able to do that. That's not impressive. You running a dog, you got on a suit. That's not impressive. You running the dog without a suit, you curring the dog and fighting the dog and you don't have on a suit, that's impressive. Like, I'll buy tickets to that show any day. But Anthony Davis giving you 25 points and y'all only playing to 26, and you tell me you beat AD, and I say, well, how did that game go? Well, he gave me 25 points. We only played to 26. He spotted me 25. That's not impressive. You know what I mean? Beat AD when y'all start 0-0 and y'all go to 26. Him giving you 25 points and all you got to score is 1 point is not impressive. It's the same concept. Like, we got to get back, because it's a whole new generation of decoys now that got the wrong idea about what this shit is. It's all for the gram now. It's all for the people want to get the expensive bite suit and the shoes to match, and they flipping over dogs, they rolling on dogs, somersaulting on dogs, holding dogs up against the wall, holding them upside down. What are you doing? What are you doing? Like, it's a whole lot of other ways to test a dog. Like, are we testing the dog pain tolerance? Like, is that what you're doing? Because it's a lot of dogs that got high pain tolerance, but they not no great bite dog. So, I mean, what are we doing? We got to get back to showing young decoys what this is really about. We trying to create dogs that feel like they're powerful, feel like they invincible, feel like they can go through anything. But it's about building the dog. It's about building confidence. It's about showing the dog he can get through adversity. It's about all of that. It's not about defeating the dog. It's not about defeating the dog. If you have on a bite suit, you should be able to defeat a dog. That's not what this is about. You have a dog in raw form. He have no protection on. He's just raw form, vulnerable in every way animal. You have on a suit of armor. You should be able to defeat this dog. You're smarter. You're protected. That's not impressive. So let's get back to teaching these young decoys and showing these young decoys what being a decoy is really about. It's about creating the dog. It's about creating a powerful animal. It's about showing the dog that he can win, you know? And let's think of better ways to test dogs, because as far as all this sports shit go, to me, it's really corny, to be honest with you, as far as how people testing dogs, because all this laying on dogs and rolling over dogs, and then, oh, if I lay on this dog for 5 minutes and he let go, he's weak. You're an idiot. Oh, if I lay on this dog and grab him by the flanks or pull his tail hard or twist him by the balls and he let go, he's weak. You're an idiot. Like, no, that's ridiculous. Like, you're protected. You have on a suit. The dog can't hurt you back. So if you want to really test the dog, take the damn suit off. Then roll on him and see if he don't dig into your ass harder. And you know what you're gonna do when he bites your ass? You gonna fucking holler, ah! And you gonna hold the dog by the head and hope he don't push in on your ass. You ain't gonna have him biting you and be picking him up and rolling on him. That's not what's finna happen. You're gonna be screaming, and you're gonna be, hopefully it's gonna be somebody there to get the dog, help to out the dog and get him off of you, because you're not gonna be able to get the dog off of you if you don't have on no suit. All that shit you doing right now with a suit on, you're not gonna be thinking about doing that if you don't have on a suit. So let's get to some realistic testing. I'm open for suggestions. Like, let's get to some more realistic shit, because right now what's going on is circus for the gram videos, shock value, just dumb shit. It's just dumb shit. And I mean, that's really, you know, what it is. Like, that's just been on my mind lately. I want to create and teach young decoys the right way of building strong dogs and showing dogs that they have power and helping them to get through adversity and showing them it's a way to win, you know, and just going back to building, having decoys take pride in saying, I built a strong dog, versus this idea of running dogs and curring out dogs and all that, because you should be able to do that. You have on a suit of armor against your opponent who doesn't have on a suit of armor. You should be strong in that situation. That goes without saying. TyCal K9, holla at your boy, TyCal, at TyCal K9 on Instagram, at TyCal K9 on Facebook. Holla at your boy. Everybody train hard, train to win.